Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about gingerbreading your real estate. Now, most of you've probably heard the story of Hansel and Gretel. They went out to the woods with their dad. Their dad left them, but they traveled around the woods until they came upon a house. And the house was made of gingerbread and candy, and they couldn't help themselves. They were starving. They ran up and started eating it. And a witch caught them. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole story, but the witch made that house too enticing for the kids. They could not help themselves. That's why we call, in real estate, whenever you go out and you make a house prettier, you put flowers in the yard or paint it up a little. It's called gingerbreading it. It's making it enticing. And the same concepts, can be applied to your internet real estate. Um, By now, you should have already gotten your hosting. You should have already gotten your site set up. You called the customer service number and they walked you through how to get your first site set up. You've walked through and decided what theme you want. If you haven't checked the themes, we're going to show you how to do that in just a second also. Whenever we're gingerbreading, or excuse me, anytime you're going into your WordPress site, you're gonna wanna go ahead and log in. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna log into mine, and I want you to do the same. Open another tab and log into yours. Um, Once you get logged in, it's going to take you to your dashboard. If you haven't taken the time to familiarize yourself with this, please do. Now, yours will not look like mine. I have widgets and themes and plugins that you probably don't have yet. But if you'd like to know how to set up your own social network or your own blogging platform, please email me and let me know, and I'll start doing videos on that too. Um, but from here, this is your dashboard. Let's see. You're going to come down here to appearance. You see this right here that says appearance? And then you're going to come over here to themes and click on it. Now from here, it's going to take you to the page that shows your themes, and you probably got this theme here, or maybe you've went out and found another theme. This is the theme I'm currently using. I like the chalkboard because these are lessons. But if you have not found a theme, you can go in and search for themes. Let's see, it's somewhere around here. Um, I apologize, we are in a network, so let me come up here to my network admin and try that again. You're going to go to themes. Oh yeah, there it is. Add new. You're going to add new. Um, and then here you can go in, you can pick featured, newest, or recently updated. Now, let's just click on featured. And these are all the themes that are available to you. Now, a theme is just the layout, the way it looks. See how this one's got videos? It's not going to come this way. You're going to have to set it up the way you want it. Now, for our capture page, I showed you, I kind of told you how to go in and do this and build a capture page. If you're trying to build a site that you want to drive traffic to, where they may do, a little stuff on it, a blogging site's nice. It's really easy to do. Go look up YouTube or go get on YouTube and look up blogging networks or how to build a blogging network. Guys, information's out there, and most of the time it's free. Once you come here, you pick what style you want, and these are just the most recent or the featured one. You can go to newest, and they're theme after theme after theme. You can make it look however you want, your personal touch to it. Now that's if you want to build a site on it, and sites do draw more traffic. And guys, even if you build a site that's about your hobby or about your favorite thing to do. If you like watching movies, build a site that's all about movies and blog about the movies you've seen, or the music you listen to, or the day you've had. You know, I wouldn't knock blogging at any time. Now, the reason I say blogging is because anybody can sit down and write or talk to the camera, you know, until they get used to it and good at it. Anyway, as you're doing this, you're going to get better at building your themes, or picking your themes and building your sites. And this is not an overnight course. You are not going to get on here. I don't care who or what course you got there and take. You're not going to get on there and in a day or two be building sites. There's a learning curve. If you have not been doing this for a little while, if you're just getting started, you're going to have to give yourself, you know, months to learn. You know, I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble, but whenever you first come into this, we explained to you that this was an investment. Investments take time. If you're wanting to make money quick, there are ways to do that, but there are no guarantees you're gonna. You have to look at this like an investment. You have to put in your time, which means doing your homework, going in and playing with themes. If you buy 10 names, set up 10 different themes. You'll get good at it. You're better at it, and then once you understand how WordPress works, and once you understand how the plugins and the themes work, you will better drive traffic to your site. And then as you're driving traffic to your site will be worth more. And you may get sentimentally attached to it and decide you don't want to sell it. And then again, you might have 1,000 sites out there that you can't manage, so you're trying to get rid of them. Now, this is not something you have to do to be a internet real estate investment specialist. All you have to do is buy and sell names. Building sites is just a way to entice your buyers. You know, if you've got a well-built site that talks about a niche that they're in, and they're trying to get extra sites attached to their business or whatever, they will pay you good money for your sites if you put in the time and effort. But guys, I'm going to tell you, you pay for what you get, or get what you pay for. So if somebody comes to you and they offer you $20 for a site, and you've worked on this site for 3 months, you've done something wrong. You know, it doesn't mean that the site's only worth $20, but you know, you've got to make it to where one of these big fish out there, one of these moguls, a shark, comes up and sees this site and says, hey, you know, this is a potential investment for me. It's got a little bit of traffic to it. I can encourage that traffic. I can grow that traffic. And then in 10 years, I can sell this site to somebody else for, you know, triple my money or whatever. And guys, you're not looking at this like you're making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. And it can be done, but look at it like this. If you invest your $15 in your name, and you put it out there for sale, and you just put it out there for sale for $30. Just put it out there for $30. When you sell it, you've made double your investment, or you've doubled your investment. Now, you can take those two $15, that $30 you make, and break it into half, and go buy 2 names, and do the same things. Put them up for $30 a piece. Now, you take the $60 and break it up into 4 names, and you put them up for sale. And then you do the same thing, and you continue to do this until you're buying 1,000 names at $15 and putting them up for $30, and you're making $30,000 or $15,000 every time you're selling. Now, does that mean you're going to sell them every month? No. Does it mean you're going to sell them in a year? No. But you know, the idea is to buy them and sell them as quickly as possible, and the way you're going to do that is a low price. Now, some of mine I've put out there for starting bids of $400 and $500. That's because these are names that are important to me, names that I know that could be made into big businesses with major traffic and income. So I put those up for sale for a great bit of money. But if you're in this and you just want to make some dough, you know, start buying them low and selling them low. double your money is all you're looking at, or triple your money at best. And then grow, continue to grow until you've got names, and until you've got a great portfolio that you're turning over. Again, this is where you get your themes. You can go in, you can search for themes if you want to search for them by color and stuff. If you want a particular color, you want a particular, your columns, which are how it's set up as far as how many rows there are in it. Excuse me, guys. The layout, if you want a liquid layout, a fluid layout, or a responsive layout. All of this is stuff you're going to have to take the time to go in and learn. Do your homework, due diligence. I've said that in just about every video. You're going to have to go out and search for it. Now, don't spend 10 hours a day on it unless you're just passionate. If you're passionate and you're in a spot where you want to grow, then go out and do your homework and continue to grow yourself until you're the master of your domaining. Anyway, over here, after you've picked out a theme, now that you know a little bit about themes, this is part of gingerbreading. You're going to go to plugins. Now, whenever you get over to plugins, you can put add new, and they have featured plugins. Guys, it is ridiculous how many plugins WordPress has. I know they don't have a number on here, but it's ridiculous. They have popular ones. Just look at how many popular ones are. 832 pages, 24,000 plugins, and these are just popular plugins. Now, what is a plugin? A plugin is something you can use to make your site do something other than just be a piece of paper on the computer with words on it. This contact form 7, it tells you right here, it allows you to put a contact form on your site. Now, remember, whenever we're talking about capture pages, we come here and we were looking for contact forms. This might be one that you would like to use. You put it under your video, and it's going to have a way for you to set up an email and stuff like that in it. And then it's going, anytime somebody comes in there and they put their email address and say, hey, Bob, I would like to talk to you about buying this great domain from you. I think it's awesome, and I'm willing to come off a whole lot of cash for you, so please contact me back. And it just gives you a way to put a contact form on there. And the plugins, you're going to have to come in here and take the time to look for what you want. You can make a site do just about anything you want. So if you want to build a social network, there's a plugin for that. You want to build a network like Twitter, there's a plugin for that. You want to build a blog, there's a plugin for that. You want to build a business network, there's a plugin for that. Guys, I'm telling you, all the way down, look, Captchas, there's a plugin for that. Now, these are the ones that people use the most because, WooCommerce is excellent, guys. You can go in here. I've heard a lot about them. I have not used them myself, but you can go in here and get WooCommerce, and it literally turns your WordPress into a business store where people can come and buy stuff, and it has their own themes and all kinds of stuff. So a WordPress is just basically the foundation of a website. With these plugins, you can build a great website. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, search for people who do. Go look at YouTube and find videos on how to build a website for social networking, or how to build a website for selling stuff. Whatever it is you want to turn that particular name into that you've bought or created, go out there and look on YouTube. I use them all the time. There's videos you can find on YouTube that are priceless. Most of my training I got from going and looking on YouTube and researching other domainers, finding their names, watching their videos. Guys, there's an education to be had on the internet. All you have to do is get on there and look for, just search for it. But again, themes are a great way, are the way you excuse me, themes are what you want your site to look like. Plugins are, I want my site to be able to do this. There are places you can go and get premium plugins and themes. Guys, take the time before you start going to companies like this, wpmu.dev, or excuse me, wpmudev.com. They're a great website to go and get some really nice plugins. I mean, if you want your site to dance and sing, this is a good place to go. I'm not an affiliate with them. You will notice that there are some places on the some of these trainings that I am an affiliate. And if you've been doing this a while, you know what an affiliate is. It means that I make a little bit of money by sending you over there. This is not one of those places. I'm not an affiliate. I should be, but I'm not at this time. I might be in the future when you're watching this video, and you'll make me a little money by going and signing up for them. They are about $100 a month, but they have plugins that do things that you can't just get a website to do without paying for it. I'm sorry, guys. But you don't have to pay for it. If there's things that you can live without, go do it. I guess that's all I can really tell you about gingerbreading. Making pretty themes, putting some plugins on it to make it look nice. If you want to go out and invest in other plugins, there are plugins that do all kinds of stuff. I used to have a plugin that was called Love Claw. You should look it up if you've got a site. It's a great way to promote your site. It reaches out to social networks and brings people to your site. Excuse me again. And again, it's not here, but it's out there. So you're going to have to do your homework. If you want your site to do certain things, go make it do it. But gingerbreading your site is important. It's if you cannot sell it. Now, gingerbreading happens when you can't, if you've put the name up and you've had no buyers. You might want to start making the site pretty, or guys, basically put some spit and polish on it and put it back out to auction. Once you've taken a few weeks to play around with the theme for that domain name, once you've taken a few weeks to play around with the plugins you want to put in it, maybe grew your network, maybe grew it through social networking, go to Facebook and places like that. We're going to talk about that in marketing. But gingerbreading is a wide range of things. From you got to get the word out there, you got to make the site enticing, you got to you don't have to use plugins or nothing. This was just a way for me to show you some things you could do to maybe make the site do something different and get you some more views on it. Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. More training will follow on gingerbreading. Again, we're a new organization, so as we grow, your training will grow, and as our knowledge grows, your knowledge grows, and maybe we can make a future out of this. I appreciate your time again, and you guys go do your homework and learn how to build a website